How's your favorite metaverse stock doing? Or how's your favorite AI token doing? I'm sure many of us have put money into bad projects that did not go anywhere. To avoid losing money, today I'm going to be telling you 3 things that you should do before investing in a crypto token or stock. If you are an investor who doesn't want to lose any more money on bad projects or tokens, you're going to want to hear this. The first thing you should ask yourself when investing in a project is that, does it have utility? And what does utility mean? Utility means, does it solve a problem for the user, or does it provide any type of value? If it doesn't have utility, it has no longevity. And I'll give you some key examples. Think about Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin's utility? It's a worldwide decentralized form of money. Its utility is that it is a hedge against global inflation. Email, it allows you to communicate and send messages, find out about events, and do many other things. That's value. That's utility. Utility is very important because if there's no utility, there's not going to be any long-term value. And ultimately, if there's no value, most of the time, the price is going to go to zero. And we've seen this with NFTs, non-fungible tokens, pictures of digital artwork or items that sold for millions of dollars, but provided no utility. I'm sure some of you have heard of CryptoPunks, where you literally had some NFTs selling for over $1 million, and then less than 6 months later, selling for less than $140,000. Why? There was no value. The only value was who would pay a higher price for it. And when that's the case, you're likely to end up on the losing end of that transaction. Tokens like Shiba, no utility, no value, started out just as a meme coin. And we've seen what has happened to that value over time, down 90% plus from its all-time highs. Imagine if you're still holding that token. Other tokens like Decentraland or Axie Infinity, it seems like they have utility, but when you look under the hood, there's really no value. These 2 projects had a digital land component in which you could buy plots of real estate in order to do things. The one thing about real estate in real life is that it actually has scarcity. You can't make a new Fifth Avenue of New York. You can't make a new Singapore. You can't make a new Hong Kong. That land is limited, it's scarce. That's why it's valuable. But for crypto projects, you can have 100 Singapores, you can have 100 Times Squares, you can have 100 New York Cities. It's unlimited. Any company can come out and recreate exactly what you did. And this is the reason why a lot of those digital projects concerning real estate have ultimately failed. Both of these tokens are down over 98% from their all-time highs. So the common thing that you see between CryptoPunks or Shiba or Decentraland is that these projects really didn't have any value. They didn't provide any utility to the actual users. They didn't make their lives better. They didn't solve a particular problem. Focus on the fundamentals. If there's no utility, then the token is probably worthless. But as we continue our discussion, go ahead and subscribe so you can continue to get valuable insights that look through the noise and the hype. Second, I think this is a huge mistake for a lot of people, is that they buy Web3 products who are replicating something done on Web 2, but it's not better than Web 2. They're not doing it faster, cheaper, or more efficient. So it ultimately ends up a failure. And if you just think about it, Bitcoin is better than most fiat money because there's a limited max supply. It's decentralized. Ethereum is great because you can put a USD stablecoin on top of Ethereum. Now you can send money internationally for 15 cents and it settles in minutes versus a system like Swift where it costs us $40 to send and it takes 3 to 5 business days to settle. These are actually better than what we have available right now concerning Web 2. So for Ethereum and Bitcoin, the use cases are there and they do things better, more efficient, or cheaper, or provide more value than the current systems we have. The problem you're going to run into is when these systems don't. One of the things I've seen most common in this area has been the AI projects. And one that's kind of well known is ASI, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Now, these guys are building real things. They're building autonomous AI agents. They're building language learning models. They're doing a lot of things that compete with like ChatGPT, Gemini, and all the other popular AIs that we know about. The problem with ASI and these decentralized AI systems is that they're not better than the Web 2 versions. They're slower. They don't scale as fast. The performance is lower. They're not as cheap. So unless you just really want to have a decentralized system, there's no benefit to most users to use these decentralized AI systems versus the Web 2 versions like ChatGPT, Grok, or Gemini. And the thing is, using a decentralized node system instead of a massive data center, they really just can't be as fast as the ChatGPTs. So why would most consumers use them? Well, the answer is most don't. Most AI projects only have a couple million users, while ChatGPT and other AI systems already have billions of users. So consumers are not going to use something that's decentralized just because it's decentralized. It has to be better, cheaper, faster, or provide some type of benefit that is missing from the centralized versions. If it doesn't, it's going to be very hard to get people to use it. Third, and this is very important for a lot of people, ignore the FOMO news. Ignore the fear of missing out. Don't buy into something off of emotional impulse just because you saw a headline of someone investing $500 and 2 weeks later it's $1 million. These are sensationalized news media headlines made to garner clicks. They're not realistic. Yes, of course, it probably did happen. Someone did do that, but it's all luck. Some people also win the lottery. But what are your chances of actually doing this or investing in the next Dogecoin and it going up 100,000%? Let's look at this graphical. And you can see this nice graphical shows that since 2021, 13.4 million projects have not succeeded. And the one thing to note when you look at this is that crypto is not like stocks. Yes, a lot of companies that go public do fail. For crypto, there's even more leeway to anyone from their computer can mint a token, create a liquidity pool, a chat room on Discord or Telegram, and get things going. But most of these projects have no value at all. So the chances are when you see this 13.4 million number, do you actually believe that you can pick the next meme coin that goes up 100,000% like Doge? Well, there's a 99.99% chance that you won't. Also part of this topic is ignore celebrity promotions. If you see your favorite actor, your favorite athlete, or your favorite social media influencer who normally has no involvement in crypto, all of a sudden promoting a crypto token or project that you never heard about, that doesn't mean the project is going to do well. These people are getting paid likely to do this promotion, and that does not reflect on the merits of the project. Now, they have a right to do that, but we've seen countless times an unknown project out of nowhere is getting promoted by a celebrity, and then later on that project fails, and you're left holding the bag. Don't do it. So be careful and do not fall for those traps. Focus on the fundamentals. And that's what's the angle on the 3 things I think you should do before investing in any crypto token, stock, or project. If you enjoyed this video, believe it has some valuable insights, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you next time.